From our Center for the Arts studios, this is your Ashland University Eagles Sports Update, bringing you all the latest sports news. I'm Kate Lentz. Thanks for joining us. The women on the volleyball team were busy this past weekend with 2 home matches. On Friday, the Eagles chalked up another win on their schedule, defeating rival Findlay. The Eagles swept the Oilers 3-0 in their opening GLIAC play. They won 25-18 in the first 2 sets and 25-16 in the third. Senior Kate Eccles led the team with 13 kills, and Marcy Zagaric led the team defensively with 18 digs. On Saturday, they lost a tough 5-set battle to Wayne State University. Marcy Zagaric kept shining defensively with 30 digs, just 2 short of the single-match school record. Their record is now 7-3 overall and 1-1 in the GLIAC. They head to Michigan this weekend to take on Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan. Both the men and women's cross-country teams had strong finishes this past weekend at the Malone Invitational. Rather than the normal course length, the men ran a 6K and the women ran a 4K. Ben Majewski took 7th place overall with a time of 20 minutes and 57 seconds, followed by Zan Jantz in 11th place. The men placed second as a team. Taylor Cropper came in 8th overall for the women, running a 16-minute and 14-second race, followed by Tyler Hunter in 10th place. The women also placed second as a team. Both teams will be competing again October 4th at the All-Ohio Championships in Cedarville, Ohio. The women's tennis team had a rough weekend of competition last week, winning only 1 of 3 matches. On Friday, they came out on top at Findlay, winning 5-4. The following 2 matches versus Hillsdale and Wayne State were losses for the Eagles, losing both 7-2. The football team is off to a rough start this year. So far, their record is 0-3. The Eagles played in their home opener this past Saturday against Ferris State, falling to the Bulldogs 34-7. Freshman quarterback Trayvon Chapman scored the only touchdown with a 15-yard run with just over 12 minutes left to play. Linebacker Chris Harvey led the Eagle defense with 18 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. The team will play at home again this week against Northern Michigan, Saturday at 7 p.m. The football team may not be doing all that well in the field right now, but off the field, there are a few men who are standing out. AUTV-20's Elizabeth Bucheit has the story.
With an impressive roster this year, the Ashland Eagles football team has a lot of standout players, but a few of them stand out in a special way. The 4 special men that make up Dillon's Dudes have grown close to head trainer Jeremy Hancock, his wife Carrie, and especially their 2 kids, Tessa and Dylan.
You know, I think we've just kind of grown close to personally as well as them with the kids. You know, Phil was having his knee done, and you know, we're just always kind of around them. Phil's very into Dylan, has always been into Dylan, always been very warm and welcoming, and they all are loving Tessa. Like, you know, Dave Susie, he was injured, you know, with his back, so he was around all the time, you know, always trying to say hi. Cody with his foot,
yeah,
and everything else that goes on with it, you know, and it's
Danny's
funny.
a special education, and he wants to go into that, I think. So, I mean, he's really start to really come around and, you know, start to work with him a little bit. So, I think that's part of it.
Most college kids don't want to spend their free time around 5-year-old twins, but Dillon's Dudes say that it's hard to not want to be around the kids.
It's hard not to, you know, not to be attracted and want to be around the kids so much, just because, you know, they're always in a good mood. They're always upbeat.
Dylan and Tessa were diagnosed with cerebral palsy at a young age, so while they aren't typically developing kids, they like to have fun and play just the same as every other 5-year-old. After practices, the guys often hang out with Dylan in the training room while getting treatment. So often, in fact, that Dan Pico and Dylan have developed a routine.
They're just kids. I mean, they enjoy playing and stuff like that. And I know Dylan's a huge fan of playing with bubbles and stuff. So usually once, twice a week, we're out there playing with bubbles, soap, whatever. And I think he's enjoying it. You know, he's always got a smile. So for him to be happy, I'll do anything for him to be happy. So.
Some may think that the time spent with the twins is more beneficial for Tessa and Dylan, but the guys see it the other way around.
They're a great inspiration, like I've said over and over. They're always happy, always smiling, always joyful. And, you know, so is Carrie and so is Jeremy. They're always happy. And just to take a life lesson from that, you know, there's always things that are going to bring you down and everything, but no matter what the end result is, you should be happy with no matter what you have.
While the relationship with Tessa and Dylan may only be seen for 4 years, the boys hope that their impact will last a lifetime.
You know, for other people who are looking in, I would say just to see how close that we are, and it's not, you know, we're not just, you know, athletes on the field or, you know, football players who come here to do that. I mean, we create relationships with the people that we're around, and those relationships do have a great impact on our lives.
The Hancocks have a special place in their hearts for the Dillon's dudes because of the connection they have built with their children.
They're great kids, and I think I've been extremely lucky to meet all 4 of them.
It definitely means a lot to us because, like I said, I feel like I've gained, you know, like 150 kids, and it's hard whenever they move on, but you do develop really good relationships. You know, Reggie Gamble was a player when they were first born, and you know, that's a relationship that we maintained, and now he's here, and now it's Uncle Reggie. So it means a lot to us to develop these relationships and have them, and you know, hopefully we'll keep them forever. And they always know that we're here for them, and they've also said, you know, well, we'll be here for you. You know, anything that we can do to help, which is, it's pretty special.
If you would like to get to know the Hancock family, come out to the Troop Center this Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Toss for the Twins event. This event is held by the Athletic Training Club and is a giant cornhole tournament to help raise money for the Twins. Cost per team is $10. The men's golf team completed the GLIAC North Invitational, placing 10th overall on the weekend. The team finished with a score of 609. Top finishers for the Eagles were Austin Schreiber and Eric Dowett. The men will swing back into action at the GLIAC Championships on October 5th. The tournament will last 3 days in Bath, Michigan. The women's golf team was also in action this past week at the University of Indianapolis Fall Invitational. The women placed 5th out of 18 teams with a score of 622. The Eagles are 1 stroke behind Findlay, who got 4th place. Tying for 9th was Caitlin Newman with a score of 153. This weekend, the team travels to Michigan to compete in the 2-day Gilda's Club Laker Fall Invitational. The women's soccer team was busy last weekend as they played 2 home games. They took on Grand Valley State on Friday, falling to the Lakers 2-0. GVSU took over from the get-go, scoring both goals within the first 10 minutes of play. The Eagles were outshot 10-0 in the first half of the game, but kept fighting in the second half to edge out the Lakers on shot attempts 3-2. Senior goalie Rebecca Plesha had 5 saves during the game. On Sunday, the ladies suffered another loss from Ferris State University 2-0. They continue their schedule this weekend with 2 home matches. On Friday, they will take on the Findlay Oilers at 7 p.m., then Sunday they go up against Tiffin at 1 p.m. Be sure to check out www.ashlandcollegian.com for more updates on your favorite sports teams. Also, don't forget that AUTV-20 is now streaming the home football games. You can find the link to the games on the JDM homepage at www.ashland.edu/cas/departments/journalism and digital media. Tune in to 88.9 WRDL to catch the game action as well. I'm Kate Lentz, and that's it for your sports update. Be sure to head out and support your Eagles this weekend. Thanks for joining us.